Hi guys, welcome back to another review. Again, just another quick review, this time taking a look at some Masters of the Universe bits and pieces. Again, these are the loyal subject ones. So a friend of mine, Rick Alvarez, picked these up from the US and shipped them over. It was very kind of him. We did a bit of a trade, so I thought given the lockdown situation, there's a chance to go through and show you some of these bits and pieces. One of them was a blind box, so it actually came in like this box like this. I'll just move these out of the way a second. Yeah, so it just came in this box here, which has just got this black plastic thing around the front here. So I mean, you could kind of get this open and see who it was on the side here, but apart from that, all the packaging is the same. And then these are obviously the normal variants that have them in a clamshell inside, and you can see all the different figures on the side, and it tells you how rare they are. So the battle armor HeMan is 2 out of 12. Same with Skeletor. Sorceress is 1 in 24. Orko 1 in 24. Panther and Battle Cat are sold separately, and then King Randor 1 in 96. There's a gold edition Orko, and just says 1. So I don't know if that's 1 in the whole lot. I'm not sure. Trollan, Prisoner. So I guess that's like a convention one. Sorceress with the pink with staff, that is 1 in 96. And then here are the kind of more common ones, which are more of the ones that I've got. 2 out of 12 for Ramman and Merman. Fisto 1 in 12. Stinko 2 in 12. Zodak 1 in 48. And the other Zodak is 1 in 48 also. So I guess that's like the first wave of figures. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. And in with it, each figure, you get this kind of little bio thing. So we'll go through them one by one. So let's start with the bad guys. So let's move the good guys out of the way. So let's start with Merman. It seems we've got him here on the side here. So yeah, this is his little bio that you get. Ruler of the undersea realms of Eternia, Merman. He was forced to serve Skeletor in the armies. Was forced to serve in the armies of Skeletor after his kingdom was destroyed in a battle with rival ocean clans. His allegiance with Skeletor brings him to the surface world more often than he would like, lurking deep beneath the seas of Rakash. Merman awaits the evil call to arms of Skeletor, Ocean Warlord. And then you get the figure himself. Here he is. And he's all nicely painted. Articulation wise, you get the waist swivel. You even get like an ab crunch, which is in here as well. These are all separate pieces, the armor and the sword and everything else like that. The legs can go forward and, well, they can go back, forward a little bit. They can go out to the side. They're on a ball peg. You've actually got more inward movement than you have outward movement actually, and then you've got a bend in the knee here. The feet do swivel round here as well, and you get a little bit of forward and back, and nothing side to side. And then the arms also on a ball peg swivel round, and the fists also rotate around here as well. And you can get them the same kind of pose with each hand, so you can have the sword in either hand. The sword is just straight up yellow plastic, but there is paint on the front here, so you get yellow, orange, and blue paint in here. Paint on here as well, and on the legs and the feet even painted as well. And the head's really well done as well, so you get all of the kind of orange round here. The eyes are done, and even the little teeth here as well, which makes them look a little bit more menacing. And the head rotates around, and you get a little bit of forward and down where it's on a ball peg. And you get some pretty decent poses out of these guys. They are really fun. and good to play around with. So you get Merman there. Just bring in, I'll show you Stinko as well, but you can see the same face sculpt, but where they've painted it, they have made him look quite different. The eyes are different. So I was going to cough then. Right, here we are. We've got Stinko, which is one of my favourite characters here. So yeah, it's quite a big bio on him actually. I'll leave it there so you guys can read through. It says so he's locked up with Triclops in a lab, and there was an accident where he's infused his body with this horrid stench. So it even drives away Skeletor's evil warriors. That's quite good, isn't it? And then you've got the figure himself. So he's got this cool piece of armour here. It does look as if you can take it off, although I haven't actually tried. Interestingly, the bottom of each of them are stamped with the loyal subjects and the Mattel thing. He's got a shield that he comes with. Again, the paint's pretty well done. There's little marks here and there, but in general it's done well with the white paint over the black. I love the look of this guy. He doesn't have the stink to him, unfortunately. These bits rotate around. All the articulation's all the same with these guys, really. And the legs do go quite far back, so you can get them in a bit of a running pose if you want to. I don't know if you can, whether or not you would be able to get them to stand like that, but you could get them in that sort of pose if you wanted to. And the shield fits in there nicely, and you can rotate it around the arms and the shield like that. So yeah, all in all, pretty decent. And you can splay out the feet as well, so you can get a decent pose on them. Again, it's pretty much a repaint of Merman, just with a different armour, and obviously the variations with the paint that's done on him as well. Next up, we'll take a look at Fisto, and he's rather well done. I think they've done a really good job on the face sculpt for this guy. The hair looks great, the face looks great, the sculpting for the fist is great. It's a little bit bigger, lots of great paint details. Again, he's got the armour that fits around him. It looks great, and he's got this massive sword here, which you can only hold in the one hand because the other one's got the clenched fist, but he can rotate that around however you see fit. And he's got the feet here, which are done like the vintage ones with the kind of boots and whatnot. And he's got the same articulation as all the other ones. His feet do go a little bit up here as well. So yeah, he looks great. And here you are. It gives you a little bit of a bio here. Older brother of Duncan. Randall's first man-at-arms. So I didn't know all of these little bits and pieces, so that's quite handy to know, really. So you've got that. I'll leave it on here so you can kind of read through. You've got that one there. And next up, we'll take a look at Ramman. Just keep an eye on the camera here. So again, we've got his bio on here. HeMan battering ram on here. So you've got his little bio. There you go. And on the back here, it's got all the figures that come in the range here. I hadn't noticed that before. That's very cool. And we're just running out of battery, so I'll stop it there and then I'll restart it. There we go. And yeah, lots of paint details on this one. It's pretty much all of this is painted in here. Obviously he's a slightly different build to all the other ones just because of the figure that he is. You don't quite get the same articulation, so you don't get that tilt in there. You do still kind of get the waist rotation here, which is kind of built in here, so he does have this kind of skirt that fits over it. The kind of axe he has are very similar to the vintage one that you get. I don't know if the arms are the same. looks pretty much, the arms are pretty much the same, but the legs and all of this lot is different sculpt. Apologies, just knocked over the camera there. I was just saying that you don't have the same articulation in the feet, so they don't bend, but you do have the feet on the bull pegs here as shown, so you can rotate those around here, and the arms move forward and back, so you can see where it's all pegged in here, so you don't quite have the same articulation. So I just need to peg that back in there. It's sort of come undone a little bit, so it might be in me where I was sort of moving things around trying to see if you can get any articulation in him. So he's a bit limited articulation wise, but still a pretty good figure all the same. And last but not least, we've got the Battle Armor HeMan, which is obviously one of the really good ones to have in this collection. On here, so obviously the bio reads most powerful man in the universe. Not many people that could argue with that. So we've got that there. And he comes with a few different weapons. So he comes with an axe, the sword and the shield. It does mean then that you can't hold all three. So, you know, you do have the axe then that you could potentially pass on to another figure if you wanted to. But painted great, as well as all the other ones. The feet are done really nicely. The kind of logo on here is done really well as well. Yeah, that can't swap over or do anything. The head though, you do get a bit more articulation in it because of the way that it's done. So you can sort of move the head forward quite a bit and move it around, and you can kind of get a bit of a tilt on it. The hair looks as if it should move but doesn't. It looks a bit like a wig on there at times where there's a little bit of a gap there. And the sword has got this kind of colour variation where it starts off dark and then goes silver at the top here. Again, it's all done very nicely, and you've got that articulation in here as well as the kind of swivel in here as well. So it's they're all very well done. I know they are super deformed with the larger head and everything, but I think they look really good, and it's just like a fun thing to have on display. I get them all out together a second. So, you know, I am sort of keen to get more. It wasn't something initially that I was probably going to get, but you know, if I do see more of these, I probably will get them. I know there's the Panther and what's the other one? The Panther and Battle Cat ones to get. Obviously I need to get Skeletor as well, so I think I will be getting those. But there they are all together, and you can, you know, get them in some sort of neat little battles. It might be quite cool to have them, you know, alongside some of the, you know, old sort of Castle Grayskulls and stuff like that, because they probably fit in quite well in that sort of scale. Look quite fun, I think, setting up a little battle with all these little figures. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and hopefully see you all soon. Bye bye for now.